What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen that I was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I seen some stuff pop up about Gavin Newsom, and a lot of stuff it doesn't add up. I feel like there's more to it. Y'all know I'm gonna stay on top of whatever I need to stay on top of, and I've seen in my comments to check up on some stuff, and a lot of stuff I feel like it's common sense if you piece it together right. You know what I mean? I feel like it's definitely something that you can definitely just suspect, and see. And a lot of things are just very, very odd when it comes down to it. This is Gavin Newsom, and he's in this interview, and I'm gonna just play the interview. I'm gonna play the interview, and then y'all give me y'all thoughts in the comments. Check it out.
What does the Epstein files represent to you? What is it besides just the atrocities that occurred and the victims?
I think that what Epstein represents to Americans are these assholes can get away with anything.
Well said.
And I think that what we see today with the Epstein files, after decades of Americans, wealthy Americans, just not taking enough care of their fellow citizens. Never mind the rest of the people on the planet, which I would kind of like if they'd pay attention to that too, but just their fellow citizens. That's a failure of the American political system, and we see it playing out, and it's part of the reason why people think that no matter who they vote for, they can't.
Let me tell y'all something. You can really just truly see how a person, just by the body language and by, you know what I mean? You can definitely see. I truly just think about a lot, that's going on with Gavin Newsom. He's a real, what's the word? He's a real, like, a snaky individual. He's a snaky individual. You can definitely see. You can definitely tell, especially, what I'm going to go over tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm gonna check some stuff out. But y'all seeing, the things about Gavin Newsom and how he is as an individual and what he's doing, to a lot of individuals. I'm not gonna lie. Like I say, it's one of those things. God is seeing, and it sees everything, and it's definitely sad. It's definitely sickening of what's going on, in California alone. But I feel like it's more to that. This is an old clip, YouTube. I don't want this to be, something that this is not new. It's an old clip, but it's very, very weird on how this individual in particular operates. There's a lot of others, but it's very, very odd on how he operates. Here's a video clip of Gavin Newsom. He's playing basketball with some children in Beijing, China. Check it out. Now, I don't know about y'all, but would you actually be comfortable with your child being not only held like this? Would you be? I mean, just being 100 like this, man. Listen, bro. Me personally, nah, it's a no-go for me. I probably wouldn't even be speaking to y'all right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I probably wouldn't be speaking to y'all right now. It'll probably be one of those. Y'all hear me on speakers. Y'all don't. Y'all catch one point. It says here, Gavin Newsom signed a bill. Leslie in charge of male adult, foul, if y'all know what I mean, having this, a situation, I can't say certain stuff on here, with a child from a felony to a misdemeanor. People commented, and, I cannot show this on YouTube, bro. People posted craziest stuff. When I tell y'all, people commenting was like, I didn't believe you at first of what he's done. Y'all can see this. This is on CBS News. California Why is this on here? Hopefully I can. I probably can't even click on this, y'all. I'm gonna click on this and then I'm gonna just read it from my because I don't know what that just did. I'm gonna actually read it from my phone. But y'all can check this out on CBS. Let me go over. Check this out. This, and again, y'all can check this out. I will put the link to you so y'all can go check out the link. But it's literally on CBS. It says California Governor Gavin Newsom on Friday signed a law that would give judges a say on whether to list someone as a offender. Y'all know what I mean? For having, bro, this is insane. Two types of that situation with a minor, if y'all know what I mean. Definitely wild. Says the current law in place for decades permits judges to decide whether a man should be placed on California's offender registry if he had voluntary course with someone 14, 17 years old, was no more than 10 years older than that person. But that discretion only applied to a man who had man, this is y'all just have to check this out because it's definitely something that I can't say on here, but it's absolutely insane me even saying it. And I'm telling y'all, it says the measure won't apply when a minor is under 14 when the age gap is larger than 10 years. Basically, they got things messed up, I say. And I want to say something else, but I gotta watch what I say, and I can't search certain stuff on here, and I know y'all know that. But it's definitely insane that this individual is doing this. I'm telling y'all. You have it right here, and this is on Fox. This actually just got posted. So again, YouTube, this is on Fox, and they speaking on this. So I'll let you know more of what I'm trying to say here.
Victims was from 3 years old to 7. He kidnapped them. He committed horrific sex crimes.
Mind y'all, and I want y'all to know, this is a convicted individual, who was doing this to kids under the age of 7 years old, and was just paroled under Gavin Newsom's program. Ain't this stuff is just, it's very odd, right?
And now all of that is changing. A parole board has granted an elderly release from prison to a man named David Funston. He was sentenced back in 1999 to 3 life in prison terms plus another 20 years for kidnapping and sexually assaulting 7 young kids, all of those kids under the age of 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. For Fox 40 News at 10:30, I'm Eric Carryman. Nikki has the night off. The Elderly Parolee Program in California allows inmates who are 50 years or older and that have served at least 20 years of their sentence to be considered for early release from prison. Funston is 64 years old. And a Fox 40 exclusive here at 10 o'clock tonight, Rowena Shaddix spoke to the former Sacramento County District Attorney, that is Anne Marie Schubert. She prosecuted that case, and she also talked with victims who are now adults and Senator Roger Niello, who is working now to change that law.
Needless to say, I was absolutely shocked and stunned that such a decision would be made.
This week, former Sacramento District Attorney Anne Marie Schubert learned that convicted sex offender David Funston was granted an early release by the parole board on Wednesday.
The age of his victims was from 3 years old to 7. He kidnapped them. He committed horrific sex crimes. He is a pedophile, in my opinion. He's a dangerous human being, but he went to trial and he was sentenced to multiple life terms. The judge essentially said no amount of time is enough. You should never get out of prison. And so now he has this benefit that he can now get out of prison because our legislature decided that we should let people out early. And in fact, he should never actually be released.
33-year-old Amelia was Funston's youngest victim. He used a Barbie doll to lure her away from her aunt's front yard and kidnap her.
Took her to his residence, committed crimes against her.
These are the individuals that they're just letting out on the streets. Y'all not telling me he not connected to y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, bro.
She's 3. She's a toddler. And then she's dumped into a neighborhood and said, go knock on that door.
I remember bluntly of what happened that night. I can identify my surroundings very well. I still remember that. I don't think that he should be out free because he's a pedophile, for one. And that's a dangerous man.
He's a monster. That's scary.
That's a worst nightmare.
I'm one of the lucky children that got away, so.
Absolutely.
And I'm blessed to be able to stand here today at the age that I am to be able to speak about that.
Another of Funston's kidnappings involved two sisters, ages 5 and 6 at the time. Fortunately, the girl's upstairs neighbor witnessed the kidnapping and yelled at Funston to release the girls because she had his license plate number. He then let them out of his car after driving only a few feet.
He still got convicted of the kidnapping.
Good.
But that was because she got the plate. That's what led us to him. That's what led law enforcement to him.
Fox 40 spoke to the older sister who says they pray he isn't released from prison and that her and her sister are blessed to be alive.
This is the case that demonstrates that this law needs to be changed and to be fixed.
Senator Roger Nilo is working to fix it. He submitted SB 1278.
The bill will propose that under the existing circumstances, there will be certain crimes that will be excluded from consideration. At the very least, sex crimes, and we will assess. I think it should be broader than that, but I want this is not a messaging bill for me. I want it to be successful. There's just no excuse for that kind of leniency given that kind of crime.
In Sacramento, covering local news that matters, Rowena Shaddix, Fox.
I'm telling y'all, this stuff right here is not it. Like, it's not it. It's dang near sad. Like, even just seeing, and just knowing that there's individuals out here that has been let out. You literally have a judge saying, oh, yeah, this individual don't need to see. It don't need to be out. I'm telling y'all. Don't need to see it in the light day. I'm telling y'all, bro. Not literally. Not literally, y'all. Not literally, you two. You gotta watch what I'm saying here. But I'm telling y'all. It's definitely sickening that you have individual, and Gavin Newsom is letting this stuff, and I'm telling y'all, bro, it ain't no way. It's no way. Y'all know I've spoken about, obviously, over the past week about Hillary Clinton, obviously Whoopi Goldberg, and 3 other members of The View. But again, you have Hillary Clinton, right? Well, Gavin Newsom and his wife are vacationing in Mexico with, and this was last year, in January, spotted in Mexico with former president who alleged to have, been with Epstein. If y'all don't think that this is very, very odd, truly insane. Truly gotta be. Because this stuff, it just does not make sense to me. This is something that's just not okay. Not okay at all. I truly don't get it. It makes me sick to my stomach, especially with me even, having, I know y'all got kids. I had 2 daughters. Just hearing them say, they lured that kid away, with a baby doll. And I'm telling y'all, bro, definitely sad. This is the same Clinton that flew multiple times on Epstein's jet. Check it out, fam.
On the plane, not only on the plane a couple times, multiple times, he traveled internationally with Jeffrey Epstein, and he was on the plane called the Lolita Express because it supposedly had a bed in there where Jeffrey Epstein had young girls.
Wow.
He has been a friend of his, a continuing friend of his for years and years. Contrast that with Donald Trump, who hasn't spoken to him in many years, over a decade, after he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago for bad behavior. So that's the difference there. And I think Americans see the 2-tier justice system. But, we don't know. They're saying he was on the plane.
Definitely sad, bro. Definitely sad. So you mean to tell me you know an individual has... And that, an individual. Talking about, an individual. Been doing these things. You want to hang out with him? Man, nobody can tell me that Gavin Newsom was in too. Without, I'm telling y'all. Truly. This is the last clip I want to show y'all tonight, though. And again, it gets worse. That wasn't the only individual, and it's definitely, again, sad, and sickening. Gavin Newsom just released 4,500 illegal aliens, criminals, into the California streets. Check it out.
Newsom if he did not take one last big shit right on California right before he leaves office, which is exactly what he's doing. As of January 20th, he released 4,500 illegal alien criminals right onto the streets of California. Here's some of the lovely people that Newsom has released onto our streets. Bozo number 1 is lewd and lascivious acts with a child under 14. Right there in Westminster. Number 2 was in a gang, and he's also a sex offender. He got released in Fullerton. Yay! Lovely lady in San Diego who just got released. She's got assault with a deadly weapon and willful cruelty to a child. Newsom is doing this on purpose, so a bunch of ICE agents come flooding into California, and he gets to do the whole show when the savior complex comes running in. I'm gonna save you, guys. It's funny to me because the Democrats are just so gung-ho about the Epstein files, protecting the victims, release all this stuff, but in the same sentence, they are okay with releasing illegal alien sexual predators onto the streets.
Exactly. I'm telling y'all, it's very sickening. Very sickening. If people think this is something that's just okay, then I mean, you might as well just be right with them. The things that I've been seeing, the things that I've been finding out, is very insane. It's very disgusting. Just seeing that and just seeing, how he would sit there and agree with the guy, from the first clip that I've seen about Epstein, but you with an individual that was really Epstein's right-hand man when it comes down to it. Truly feel like it's all disgusting, it's all bogus, and it's nothing but lies, and I'm telling y'all, very, very evil. Very. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.